Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to do a, I suppose we'll call this a haul video because I don't know how else to get everything in. So I'm going to do it this way. This is, so where are we? It's coming up to the end of February. So I'm going to show you items that have been purchased prior to the beginning of the year. Some which have been on pre-orders or Kickstarters or things. I think pre-orders is probably the better word here. I don't think the Kickstarters have arrived. And other things that have kind of like slipped in as well into my collection in the process. So first and foremost, we start with the Tarot Mysticism. Now, I can't do a review of this because I haven't read it, but this is the book from the wonderful Joe Montalone or Montalone on YouTube. And this one has now arrived in the UK, so it's been on pre-order for a while. I know people in the US have had this for a little bit as well. And this is, so he's not the be-all and end-all on Thoth, not by any chance, like any means, but this is from his take and his workings with Thoth and how his mind works. So this is really, I suppose, to me, it's a wormhole into Joe's mind and thinking and where his wormholes take him. Because he goes deep, he goes into he does go very mystical and very out there fast if you ever watch him on his channel. So he has put everything he knows in here. So we have the esoteric tarot. He talks about the major arcana and the court cards, the small cards or your pip cards, the practical application, and then points to it, recommended resources, and bibliography. So if you've ever been interested in what a course from Joe might have, this is probably the closest you're going to get to it. So as I said, I haven't started reading it. I haven't even delved into there yet. There's a few more videos on his YouTube channel that I want to watch before I pick this up and read and see where it takes me. I did attend one of his courses through Ethany's Tarot School a couple of years ago. And that was where I got to, prior to that, I watched his videos anyway on YouTube, but that was where I got to kind of, we had an hour delving into his mind and his teachings, and it was really quite a mind-bending, complex conversation, I suppose, in many ways. But it didn't deter me from, where his mind and brain goes. I could probably listen to him for ages talking and not actually be able to join in the conversation myself. But just the way that he goes in and out of stuff. So here we have the Arcana cards. And again, as I say, it's all from his perspective. So meet the Magus card, number 1 of the tarot. They are mind itself, the same mind reading this book, which it has also written. Take a moment to know that. Experience consciousness as you read these words. This consciousness is the same one that experienced so much grief, so much joy, so much pain and pleasure and desire. In all the high and low moments, ups and downs of rhythms of ambitious brainwaves. So there is a tongue twister of a sentence giving you a slight inkling into where his brain goes. It's all been here in the awareness. The Magus is the human capacity and predilection for idea making, including the production and reading of this book and all books and all words. We are meaning-making machines. This is where his thoughts on consciousness and the world and layers and the union and all is one at the same time. A bit like Sliding Doors, if you've ever watched that film, I think it's probably, and the film that he describes is Everything Everywhere at Once. It's how he likens his reality. Some of his way of thinking took me back to the story, The Never-Ending Story, where without belief, without perception, without storytelling, without naming, an object, an item, or an existence doesn't exist. So the nothing in the never-ending story that eats everything up when people lose belief, understanding, or knowledge, or name, they become nothing. That's how I personally relate to it better than, because the film Everything Everywhere All at Once was a bit trippy for me. It was more than my brain could take in to follow the story. But anyway, so that's the book from Joe Montalone. So I got mine from Amazon on pre-order. I can't remember when. As soon as I knew it was out, I pre-ordered it, and it is now here. So it's a paperback. It's got spot gloss, and it is about 350 pages. Oh, there's some note pages in the back there. As I say, you can go to his YouTube channel. So it's about 360 pages in total, but 355, is it? No, that's bibliography. Recommended resources. Conclusion. 346 pages of knowledge and brain, and then another 15 odd pages for resources, bibliography, notes and stuff. So that's a very nice book. That'll, like I say, this one, don't expect to hear from me in a very long time for this, probably about 5 years before I get to the end of this one, because I take my time. I don't rush. So that one. What else came in? This one I know I've shown roughly, but I can't remember exactly when it arrived, before Christmas or after Christmas. I genuinely can't remember. So I just thought I'd put it here. So this is from deviantmoon.com or Inc. And it is the Gallery of Hallucinations Oracle from, it's created by obviously Patrick Valenza, but this is Felix's Gallery of Hallucinations. And it is this Oracle. It's extra cards. There we go. Let's get the extra cards out and show you. So it's from the Fenwood Asylum Studios, as we know. So that's that one. And that would be Felix, or a photo picked to suggest who Felix is. And this is obviously meant to be his gallery. I do like Patrick's imagination. And then it's got keywords, numbers, and just these beautiful images. I've used it a couple of times, so I don't have a great comment on this one right now. Like many of Patrick's decks, it can take you a while to key into what's going on. I don't know if you can see that weird kind of mothy, spidery, skull-like creature coming down the window from, looks like it's on the outside, for the sweet dream. But we've got plenty of, it's got that Van Gogh-y type feeling, isn't it? But with the swirling, plenty of eyes and swirly moons and stars and orbs and things in that one. Got the reading, the affair. And the difference is that Patrick has started to do, I love that card, that's so beautiful. It reminds me of the Garden of Lucid Daydreams. Yeah, so he started to do books with his decks. So we have the guidebook. And this one is handwritten and looks like this. And then there's these beautiful little pictures and doodles in here as well. So great little guidebook. And you've got the upside, upright and reversal. I was going to say upside and downside. Upright and reversal, and a little bit about the picture going on. So you've got a bit more than what you would normally be used to from a Patrick Valenza deck, I think, in this one. So I've got that one. These aren't full walkthroughs. This is just a show and tell, I think, of what I've got. But yeah, as I say, I have used it just as a ending oracle card at the end of a couple of spreads. Probably only 3 or 4 times, to be honest. So that's why I can't talk about it much. The cardstock, of course, is standard cardstock that you expect from any of the decks that you get from Patrick from his website directly. So it's his standard cardstock. It's always good quality. It is a slight gloss and it's nice and slippy. So there's that one. This one is the one that I keep misnaming. So it's the Scorned Oracle by Mme Loviise. And this is from Tarot by Duck Soup. So Tarot by Duck Soup production. And this is the modern edition of an actual Oracle reader's cards. And it is a Estonian Oracle reader. So I particularly, although I didn't know that at the time I purchased this, I really didn't read very much about it. I am over the moon with this. So it was approximately 1927 when this person used to read for lots of people. Now you can get the Estonian version that he has on the website. Now I don't know if the images are exact for what they used to be. I'm really not sure, but it's clearly a handmade deck by somebody. But these ones are just the reimagined version to go with the Mme Loviise's original oracle. So there's no guidebook or anything for this. You've got your keyword and you've got kind of intentional or meaningful word or phrase at the bottom. So corset for constriction. You've also got numbers and playing card numbers there if you want playing card numbers. So corset constriction, 8 of spades, which would be the 8 of swords, 8 of air. If you think about that one, corset constriction, being locked in, not knowing how to get out of something, just for instance. So this one, I've really loved using this one. I love the size. It's from Make Playing Cards, although it's tarot by Duck Soup production. These ones are printed by Make Playing Cards. These are on the linen-y cardstock. They do have that like gloss effect, but you might be able to pick up the grain. So I do like this one. And of course, because it's Estonian, it's set in that kind of area of the world. So the cards are very much depicting the ethnicity that would have been known for over there. So if you're looking for a lot of diversity, this might not be the deck that you want. But to be fair, there's hardly any cards in here of people. It's just, you know, the occasional ones. Sort of reminds me of my granddad in many ways. But yeah, I had that one. Whenever I'm ordering things in from other websites, like across the world now, because it costs so much in tax and postage, I try to order more than one thing. So Tinker's Dam, this is the deluxe edition where you get 2 decks in here. Now I haven't used it. I did the flip through, so this has a flip through on my channel. We have 2 decks. We have the tarot deck. These are the backs. So these are just smooth cardstock. Feels like a Make Playing Cards cardstock. So I hope you can see that. So these are just very old collage-y style, slightly surreal. The Mayoress of Water. So yeah, some of them, your Mayoress, your Mayor, the names are slightly different, so you just need to check that. Engine, Chariot, Mayoress of Earth. We have 6 of Air. The Courier of Air. Courier of Water. Soldier of Water, so that's your knights, couriers, your pages. Messenger, courier. Makes sense, doesn't it? Seeker for your hermit. Ace of Water. So this one I have used to do one spread since it came in, because I was already working with other decks that I'd already pre-pulled. So I think it's only been out for one spread. Probably used it at the end of the hashtag Seasons of the Witch 2024. I think is where I used it, coming into the end of that workbook season. So there's that one. I do put these back on because it just keeps them safe. And then this one is a bit different. It's not quite the word, actually. It's very different. So this is in like 5. There are 5 different houses in this deck. I can't remember the names of them, but you kind of work through them. So you can see what A, B, C, D, E. And then you have like celestial bodies. You have the zodiacs in here. You've got like a major arcana in here. Hope, faith, or oracle. And this one you use to do like, I want to call it, actually, no, I'm not going to call it. Let's get the actual word for it. So this one, it's like a life spread. around, is it? This one. Medieval cosmology spread. So you use it to do a medieval cosmology spread, and this is about life. So as you're going through, it's a very intentional selection of cards from each of these piles that you create with your cards, and then you lay them out, and then you pull a couple of cards either side. So it tells you when to pick a card, where it goes, and then how to place cards either side of it based on people around in your lifetime as well. So it's a bit like an architect spread in a way, architecting your life as it stands now. And then once you've done that, you pick the cards you want to change, and then you change them for a different type of card, and then you rearrange the cards around it. And it's meant to show you a pictorial on how to then create the next thoughts of your life. So it's a bit like creating a vision board, I suppose, in many ways, but using the cards to do it and looking for specific archetypes, stereotypes, people, things, places, times to do what you want to do, to create what you want. So the cosmology spread. So that's something I never heard of, never come across before, and that's in here. And as I say, I need this card to work out what I'm doing with this spread. But I can't think at the moment of any other time at which I would use these cards other than to do this spread. So it's like the architecting your life type spread. So that is again from Tarot by Duck Soup. So that's those two. These ones take about 6 weeks to come in when you order them because they are made to order. So those ones. Thank you, Dougie Thorny. What else came in? Another oracle. So Shadowwork Oracle. This one was from, it's one of the ones from Amazon. Another one of those Amazon decks. I've actually fallen for these quite hard. I really quite like them. And this one in particular, because it just reminds me of Jan Kowalski's, Yeah, I think it's Jan Kowalski's work in the books that I used to absolutely love as a child. So here we have Inner Balance. What you resist persists. What you accept transforms. And then Wholeness and Duality. You've got that balancing act going on here in the cards. Got Anger. Your expectations are not met. Creating frustration. Express it in a healthy way. Release, growth, and balance. The Mental Contest. Strength isn't from winning. Struggles define strengths. Control, power, and repressed. So you've got a nice little bunch of words on the bottom that you can use, and the images I just think are absolutely delightful really for looking at. Face your inner demons. Don't be afraid of darkness. There's a light nearby. Transform and integrate. Spirit Awakening. Sit with your shadows. It's the way to enlighten. Situation and spirituality. So this is the Shadowwork Oracle. Manufacturers Sishui. But I guess these are just from the kits that you can buy. Like I'm very much aware now that you can buy kits to create these decks if you wanted to, but who's got time for that? So a good set of keywords in this one for a shadow work deck, I think. And the images just make it less harsh. And it does challenge your shadow side. So are you an escapist, an escape artist? Are you somebody that always has hope, breaking the chains? Are you defensive? Do you need to shed your illusions? What's deception to you? Helping you ride the storms. So it does have a balance of both, really. It's not all darkness and light, and that's what I think I get you with the colours in here. If you're having battle within, emotional release, omens, shadow dance. Seeing those unseen patterns or the patterns that you don't want to view. So that one. And again, I think I use this in... Did I use it in a spread? No, I just used it in a daily pull, I think, for myself. No, I did use it in a spread. That one's probably in the end of my Seasons of the Witch videos as well, actually. That one. So that's a good one. I do recommend those if you can't afford Etsy decks. They seem to be like a good alternative. Now, I talked about this in January. The Urban Tarot. I finally decided to buy it. It's got a nice guidebook. There's lots of information in the guidebook. And the symbols on the cards So it has the elemental symbols on the cards, so it gives you a guide there to those. And with the cards, it talks about, it tells you when the artwork was completed. It talks about the artwork as well, and a little bit of information about, you know, how the card works. So the majority of it to me, I didn't really need to read into. I didn't actually notice that. That's hilarious. The Hanged Man. It's upside down in the book. Obviously, that's intentionally placed. That's brilliant. I'm saying it's obviously intentionally placed. I can only but presume. I think that's the only one that I've seen in here that's upside down. I didn't notice that one on my last flick through. Because in theory, if one's upside down, there should be another page in the folds that would also be upside down. If there isn't another upside down card, then it's an intentional. It's intentional. So these are a little bit bigger than your average deck size. Well, a little bit bigger. They're huge. It's still in order because all I've done with this one is a very quick walk through, and I've stopped and looked at the cards. So I just really have been drawn to the artwork this time. Before I didn't like the artwork as much. I preferred probably Palin's everyday enchantment. But over time, as my tastes altered, this one now calls for me. So this is the card really that does it for me every time, is this Temperance card. I just love the picture of Temperance there on the wall. And then the lady, the artist with the angel wings coming out. And then all the paint running down and just gathering on the floor. It's that card really. Every time I see it shown on the channel, it's that card that pulls me into this deck. But I have found it's pip deck, sorry, for the most part, when you get to your small cards, your minor cards. And then all of the court cards have different names. So there's that one. This one I think is probably just for the collection purposes because it's so big for me to handle, and I haven't decided yet with those court cards quite what I'm going to do with them, because I know that I do want to shorten the card probably if I'm going to keep it to use as a working card. And do I probably keep the top words and cut the bottom ones off possibly? Well, we'll see. As you can see, I've been trying to work out where I would take off something on the cards so that I can use them, because I can use the numbers at the top. I don't necessarily need the names on the bottom, which is why that's my thinking about how I might shorten the deck to be able to use it better. So we have Urban Tarot. Do you have this one? I don't really see that many people talk about it, but when I do, it's always the Temperance card that comes up. Okay, let's do this one. The Path of Horror Tarot is by 99 Fox. This is available on Amazon. I cannot find any information to suggest that this is a knockoff. It came fully wrapped. It came with barcodes on it. It is fully gold foiled, or, you know, it's got all the finishing touches to it. It's a great deck. It is so good. And I have not worked with this properly yet, but what I have done is put it in order. So it comes with a guidebook. This is why I'm like, there's no way this is a fake deck. And 99 Fox is the creator of this deck. So, and I bought it from 99 Fox on Amazon. So unless somebody's pretending to be 99 Fox, I don't know what to say. So for a minute, that is my understanding. So I've separated it into loves, dislikes, and meh cards. So let's just look at my dislike cards. Because, sorry, 99 Fox. King of Hellfires, I don't know. I just felt like it could have been a bit more to it. Maybe I'll come to like it in time. I just felt the whole image of this one fell flat for me. It didn't feel exciting. The Seven of Hellfires. So sorry, Hellfires is Pentacles. As you can see, so working hard, planting. You could probably see that now in that card, now that I explain it. So that's why I felt this one just didn't, it just missed the mark slightly. 7 felt a little bit meh. The 8 of Viking horns, so 8 of swords or air, noise, sound. Again, just was a bit, reminds me a bit of Patrick Valenza with the teeth on the knees, very much, you know, some of his artwork style there for me, but she's got like mouths all over her place on her. She's a little devil. The 9 of Bibles, again, I was just like, oh, I don't know. So this is wands, I think. I think I've got that right. Hang on. Should we check? 7 of Bibles. That looks like wands, doesn't it? Hellfire, Suit of Pentacles, Bible, wands, yeah, and skulls would be cups, which seems to be a standard, doesn't it? So what, the 9 of Bibles, yeah, so I just felt that one felt a bit flat for me for a 9 of Wands card, I don't know. And the same with the 7 of Wands. 7 of Cups. I don't know what to say. I just, again, didn't quite. I just thought with some of the deck imaging is so striking, and then I was just like, oh. And the World card, I was like, that really could have been something so much better than that. Star, again, I get it. It's like a little demon. It's a yoni type image. I don't know, eating the world, feeding the world, seeing the world. But it just felt a bit... The Hanged Man. That one felt like it could have been a bit more gory and gutsy. And the High Priestess was a bit low for me as well. Anyway, that's the only ones out of the deck that I wasn't amazingly drawn to. These ones I quite liked. It didn't hit my favourites pile, so I quite liked the Knight of Hellfire, the 9 of Hellfire. I thought that was quite pretty. 5 was a good one. Yep, the 3 of Air, just a nice multiple depiction. The 8 of Bibles or Wands flying away. 3 of Wands. Knight of Skulls. The Sun. Can I use the word cute? I thought it was cute. Justice. I liked the triple goddess aspect here in this one. The Chariot, yeah, like I would like to see maybe a bit more, but actually the demonic kind of horses pulling him along, that's quite cool. The Lovers, like, you know, we have the snake in here. It's almost like the 8 of Air up there, isn't it? Or the 2 of Air as well, with the blindfold on, but obviously overlooking and seeing here. And she's also got, because the Lovers is obviously an air card, Gemini related, I like the fact that she's got voice there on her throat. And the Magician, I was like, yeah, he's quite cool. He reminds me a little bit of Matey from Legend, but other than that, and my favourites in the deck are these ones. The 4 of Bibles, I really quite like that. So hopefully this will now explain to you, or you'll be able to see why I picked these over the others. I'm not sure what it is, but yeah, this one I thought that was really cute, cool. 3 of Skulls, really like that one. Really like that one. The composition, the skulls, the crowns, and the fruit with all the eyes and mouths hanging down. The Fool, I really quite liked him, and with the sun in the background. The 8 of Pentacles or Hellfires. It just felt, you could feel the tension. I felt like I could feel the movement in that one. The Two of Pentacles. Probably the color combination here. Maybe it's with the pinks coming in or something, and the yellows adding to the reds. But I just liked that with the movement and the lapping of the water. 1 foot in the water, 1 foot on the land, or heading for the land. And 3 of Pentacles. So you've got the people in it, and then you've got your 3 there as well. So I just quite like that one. So that is the Path of Horror Tarot. And as I say, I haven't properly worked with this. All I've done is, I think on Instagram, I've shown a couple of pictures from this one, because I just threw the cards out for my favourite selected when I sat down for lunch, and actually the cards for my favourite selected matched what was going on with my lunch. It was quite hilarious. So we did that. Another one that came in, I don't know if this came in before Christmas or not, but I popped it here. It's a rockpool deck, so obviously available on Amazon. It's this one. Comes with a guidebook, so let's look at the guidebook here for this one. I don't know how many cards this is. Rockpool, they're like 34 cards, aren't they, a deck? 36 cards in this deck. So, the Dark Magick Oracle, reveal the light within. I didn't really bother reading up much on this. I just saw it shown on somebody's channel. I'm really sorry. I saw a couple of cards. I thought, oh, that looks really intriguing. Had no idea the guidebook went into so much detail, or that it was meant more as a shadow work deck. Even more curious. So you have a keyword is empower. So it says empower, trust your inner vision. Then it gives you information. So the point at the top of the Sacred Witch's pentagram or star donates spirit. The other 4 points are aligned with the elements air, earth, fire, water. When you stand within the star, within your arms and legs outstretched, you become a portal for sacred and enlightening energy. You are made of stardust. It is a spiritual truth and scientific fact. The blood red terminator crystals in this card are aligned with the positive force of life essence. The purple gown donates the wisdom of the high priestess, and the full moon floating overhead offers illumination, lush energies. The moon is the largest celestial body we can gaze upon in our human form, which reminds us of our connection to the divine power. When empower is drawn, a powerful portal is forming around you. To access and receive magnified energies of strength, vibrancy, and abundance, you should unplug from your day-to-day efforts of the earthly realm and plug into the infinite resources of universal energy with a direct socket in your inner world. Connect with a deep sense of knowing that you, inside you, is more than a name, personality, or look. A part of you is eternal, timeless, and holds the answers to your questions. Trust your inner voice. It's the light shining on your path. Observe the opinions of others, but don't feel you have to take them on. Don't take things personally, but be brave and go on your own way. Allow the spirit to help you find your flow. Accept yourself. Feel free. Feel joy, fulfillment, and be open to new possibilities. Let your inner voice guide you to what you truly love most. It's time to say, yes, I am enough. Yes, I can. Yes, I am divinely guided. Yes, I have all the energy I need to shine my brightest and offer my greatest good. I think I picked this up at the time because I wanted to use it for the end of the Seasons of the Witch challenge. I can't remember if I ever did or not. And then definitely for the February challenge. Now I have used it just as a card to put at the end of a spread. And again, I probably only pulled it once or twice. So from a discussions perspective, I can't really talk a lot. We then have, it goes into a shadow work section. And again, you get affirmations. I release all the pain and confusion. This connection is healed in love and light's union. So it also gives you, I think, gives you a little spell or a ritual to do. Yeah, it does. And daily practice. So this is what I found really nice about this deck. So here we're doing the lantern. For shadow work, you will need 1 lantern, 1 candle, oil, matches, and a sunny day so you can cast a shadow. Then it tells you what to do. then you have your daily practice. So from a practice perspective, and how to use this deck, this is where the magic of the deck sits. And this one is by, as I said, Fiona Horn and illustrated by Jess Abella. It is gilded, as seems to be the trend these days. It is very glossy. It just has the pentagram on the back. And I've used it so it's out of order, but let's just have a look. So solace, comfort is coming. It reminds me a lot of Queen of the Moon Oracle, actually. Magic, you are blessed. In fact, they would probably go really well together. Born, every day is a new opportunity. Identity, make your own choices. Choice, your decisions will be correct. Unseen, trust your growing potential. As you can see, it's quite dark. She's under the ground. And then there's the plant growing. This one, mirror, reflect yourself. This gives me that shadow, like unifying like both sides of yourself, shadow work. Fly, be free to know you are loved. Not sure about the image, but I love a blue butterfly. Masked, honor your authenticity. Shine, make yourself seen. Greening, you are all natural. I think this one talks about then earthing practice and grounding. Victorious, it is good to ask for help. Something we all need reminding of. Reveal, express the real you. Familiar, bond with your spirit animal. Evolve, it's okay to grow. So for me, this one just felt like not being sort of got like all the keys up there on the mirror. We're hanging on to Teddy. We're in the middle of the bed because we're still scared of shedding our childhood self and stepping out and becoming empowered and grown. That's how I feel this card talks to me. So it's time to shed your childhood patterns and be an adult, become an adult, allow yourself to become an adult. Pure, honor your temple. Empower, trust your inner vision. So this is the card one that we talked about, and there's the red crystals surrounding her, and she's also got them then on her head, so it gives us our 5 points. And although we can't see it, she's probably stood in a star shape. Tribe. Bats. I don't get this set of images. Bats. You are driving yourself crazy because these are crows, not bats. But the image is quite powerful. Cocoon. Friends forever. Grow together individually. So remembering that it's okay to grow together individually and come back again. So yes, I have this one. I think it's quite a powerful deck and guidebook, actually. Again, one, I'd be curious to know if any of you have, and if you work with it, how are you working with this one? What do you pair it with? Or is it just a one card kind of working for this one? So I have that one. Oh, the most exciting arrival of January was the Lenormand. Did they come in January or February? No, they arrived in February. Some people got theirs in January. Mine didn't come till February. I've had them probably for over a week, maybe 2 weeks now. I haven't done a walkthrough. They will get a walkthrough. I mean, I could do the walkthrough now because it's only 35 cards. But it comes with this fold-out little guide to the cards. It comes with a L'Hermit, obviously the Hermit, and one of these, so Lenormand, Della, Paradoxical and Standard. And they came in tins. So these are from Deviant Moon, for anyone who hasn't already gathered or guessed. And I've got a couple of decks here just to put them next to. This one. Yep. So I'm going to drop it next to, this is 2 decks mashed into one. The Rose and the Paradoxical illustrated pips. This one hasn't been edged. just so you get to see what they look like with some other coloured cards from the sets that they were designed to go with. So we have double-sided bit of information on the tin. These are very small, they're nice pocket size. They're the same size as my Scorned deck. They've got the same backs as the standard Triomphe. And these ones again match the Paradoxical Triomphe. Let me just do that a minute so I'm not casting too many shadows. Okay, if I keep it there so you got them in shot, let's have a look. So it's these ones here. I'm going to knock those flying, so let me do that. And get the sleeves out of the way. So I am not very familiar with Lenormand. For anyone who's not aware. I just wanted you to see what they look like with a couple of Patrick's other decks. So we have the Clover, Ship. I think it's my favourite one in the two. I have thought about combining these. The House. I think this one just wins out. I presume this is the Tree. Or there's a tree in Lenormand, she says. So these are Cloud. This one. Same with the Worm is this one. Coffin. This one. Flowers are hard. Just. Or Bouquet. This one's Scythe. The Whip. Birds. Is this the Twitter one? Child. The Fox. Again, that's hard. I like the kind of negative feeling of this one, but I think this one is my favourite. I presume this one's a bear. Well, it looks like a bear, but I presume that's the name of the card for number 15, Bear. I am just going by my lack of limited knowledge, for those who are wondering. Obviously, Star. So if I'm getting these right, that tells you that they are the right for the cards, yeah? So I believe this might be, is it a Stork? Is this the person that brings news? Babies? Ugh. Not one that I want. Number 18. I'm guessing it's the Dog. It looks like the start of the Fool card, doesn't it? So this must be Tower or Castle? Tower. I think there's a tower, isn't there? Number 19. Tower. Yeah. I haven't been looking at that because, as I say, I just wanted to run through these. Is this Garden? I am being tested quite badly here. Yep, Garden. This one. Mountain. If mountains could speak. Crossroads, Path, Crossroads, same thing, isn't it? Crossroads, Choices, yeah. The Mice. I think I prefer this one. They got such big noses. The Heart. This is I think this was one of the favourite images from everyone. And it's the one that's made it onto the fronts, of course. But it's this one. This is why I had to get the Paradoxical set. The ring. Book. So letter. Presume this is the man, 28. Looks like a man. Yeah. So female, man, lady, male, female, whatever we want to name them. I think it's Lily, because she sat in a lily. The sun, the moon. These are very familiar images. Key. Fish. Also, I think we have koi carp in other decks for this one. Anchor. And cross. There we are. And thus ends the walkthrough of the Lenormands by Patrick Valenza. How many of you pre-ordered those? Because let me tell you, I was all over those like a carb on it. Absolutely. We weren't missing out on those ones. So those are my, obviously, these are my prized possessions, my prized arrivals that have come in. What else? The Raven's Dream has finally arrived. I can't remember when we ordered this, so it's been on pre-order forever with MJ Cullinan. So if you go to MJ Cullinan's website, she does pre-orders of decks, so she has to wait. So it's like very much like when I order with Patrick Valenza, you know that they're a respected artist and that they deliver on their promises. But the pre-orders are based on, they have to collect so many pre-orders before they can have enough money to have the deck printed. And have it at the quality at which it comes out. So you prepay in advance knowing there's going to be a delay in getting it. It's not going to come to you within the next 3 weeks. So this has taken a number of months. I can't even remember, it might have been September when I pre-ordered this one. So it comes in a nice box. So those of you who are familiar with her decks will know the quality at which they come out from her. The rest obviously are on, a couple of her decks have been on mass market productions. So this one is 6 of 23. So it was only 23 in the order, which actually really surprised me. I was, very surprised to see it was only 23 pre-orders to get a deck of this quality, and for the price. And the, even on the book, it's got the number printed. So the box and the book match. And this is the second edition of printing, second edition. These are the backs. This one is on a nice slidey gloss cardstock, I'm pleased to say. I think the unfinished business was a bit of the, like the rose petal, like this is made of rose petal. I think it's a rose petal finish. I've been through this deck and that's my thank you card. That's obviously the Oracle that you can get. And I've pulled out my favourites from this deck. So they are here. So I haven't worked with this deck yet. Hence the reason you're only going to get to see my favourites. But it's a gorgeous deck. I really, really, really felt the energy of this at the time of prior to ordering it. In fact, I didn't want it when it first came out. I was like, no, I don't need another like crow style Oracle. But actually, I then did. And now I've got it. I'm in a slightly different place at the moment, but it doesn't mean I won't use it. So I know that this will come, you know, what goes around comes around type thing. But the aces actually stood out really for me. Ace of Pentacles. I just thought it was gorgeous with the claw coming out of the ground and then all this beautiful kind of growth coming through. The Ace of Cups. I love the fact that we have the heart there. We're being fed by the waters, like the nectars of... I suppose you could say love, energy, health, vitality from the lilies. This one felt very serene and peaceful. And the Ace of Wands, again, it's almost like a phoenix up there rising. We've got the salamanders, cactuses and things. It's very prickly, very red in its colouring. The Tower. This one's a very sad card for me. You can see we have like little animals in the growth, and the forest is catching fire around everyone. So their home is being literally destroyed and burnt out from underneath them. They have to evacuate and move. They have no choice if they wish to survive. So survival of the fittest here. The Devil, another fancy one, like, you know, peanuts for the monkeys. Again, what is it that's keeping you trapped here? What is the control? Because you can see that the cage is open, but this person's not coming out. So what is it that is keeping you stuck in a place that you aren't happy? The Lovers, again, I thought this one was a very beautiful card. I'm not sure why, but the Lovers has been the card I've been looking at lately. So I like the fact that we have the relationship showing in here. We have them, you know, I guess this ceremony is being overseen by something important to them. We have like a present or a gift or an offering on the table. We also have the heart symbol there as well for relationships. I like the fact that we also have a snake in this card, like kind of Adam and Eve vibes. We have the beauty of the flowers and dragonflies and everything else going on in this one. The Lovers, it doesn't always depict, to me, this one is never about love. It's always about actual relationships with the real world. And the Two of Cups is always more about love to me, with a, you know, partner, than this one. Although this one can signify it, but Two of Cups is the one that for me means more about a relationship, weirdly. The Emperor, I just really like this one. It felt powerful. We have the kind of rams in there as well. I'm not so much, I don't really notice the water in it, but we do have the water element there. But it was just the fact that we had like this raven flying, wearing their crown with a kind of blood moon or Mars depiction, I suppose, in the background there. I said blood moon because we've got stars, but I suppose it could be a sun as well. Yeah, so that one just felt. And the Fool, I just thought was another beautiful card. I like the fact we have the fox in there playing with the birds and all the different types of birds that are in the card. Yeah, this one just felt like, again, another jolly card. And the fact that the fox is being followed by a Jack Russell. But that is interesting because obviously this is a hunting dog in this country, a Jack Russell. So they were for like ratting, and I don't know if they were used for foxes. Depends on the size of them, I guess. But they are, yeah, they were generally used for hunting and termination. And then just so you get to see some of the cards in the deck here, just quickly run through them. These ones just beautiful cards, but didn't make my favourites list, and I didn't really have a hate card, except for maybe the Ace of Swords because it had a spider in it, and I didn't realise there was a spider in the deck, otherwise I probably wouldn't have bought it, but it's a good job. I spotted it, so that's that deck. So yeah, this one has, I say, it's literally arrived today, so I have had a chance to do that and look at the cards that I like, and then I can just spend a bit more time with them. Oh my god, this is a long video. These two, I didn't expect to like these anywhere near as much as I actually do. So again, from Amazon, the Knight-Waite tarot deck, Michelle Knight-Waite. Production, I'm not sure, johnmurray.co.uk. Cover, photograph, Daniel James, illustration collage, Shutterstock images with decorative framing. So it is a computer created deck through Shutterstock images, through the graphic design packages that are available. And this one is the Cosmic Crossroads Oracle, which is 44 cards by Amanda Lynn Ayling. It's a Hay House deck. I've been loving these two together. Let me say. It comes with a guidebook. So, yeah, the guidebook is actually quite good. You get a ritual in these and affirmations with each. Is it each? Yeah. Most of the cards come with a ritual and an affirmation for the Cosmic Crossroads. So it's just a lovely made deck. This one, gold edges, it's chipped a little bit. I've been using it quite a bit. Easy reader, pretty standard images. There's not a lot I can say about it. You'll get it, pick it up instantly, and off you go. And this one, again, you just get keywords. The keywords change from top to bottom of the cards. And then if you want more information about it, or you want like a deeper dive, you can read the guidebook. This cardstock is matte. It's got that indie feel. It's got that nice feel. It reminds me of the Macabre Tarot. It's got that noise that I like when I'm shuffling. So cardstock for this one, for me, is a winner. I don't know if it's got a core, however, but the sound-wise, yeah, it's small enough, but I don't, you know, as you all know, I don't do that thing with my decks. And this one, very similar feeling card. It does flip back, so I can only presume it has got a core in it. Ridiculously cheap deck. And from a shuffle perspective, this one, oh, sorry, make you all feel sick. Yeah, it's got that sound as well. So, if I bring you down a little bit more to see these, having just shook you all around. Just let me know what you think of these. I just think that image-wise, they go so nicely together. Yeah, smitten. Reflection with death. Play and temperance. Compassion with our Three of Swords. Protection with our Knight of Swords. Both got swords in their hands. Hope with the Six of Swords. I think that's beautiful. Paradox with our Four of Cups. Should we just see what Paradox says in the book? 8. Let you look at those. Paradox asks us to allow for the possibility of two opposing ideas to be simultaneously true, for it is within the merging of opposites and the embrace of the paradox that we find a deeper sense of understanding. It can be uncomfortable to stand within this place. It is here where the known becomes unknown and the unknown becomes known. And we can begin to question all that was once held to be true. Know that you are capable of exploring these two ideas at once, and that it is okay if you do not fully understand the paradox before you. Understanding will come in time. If you find yourself between two ideals, it is time to embrace balance. Open up your hands and release the thought that life is a journey of all or nothing. Life is complex and multifaceted. Many times it can be a dance between one aspect and the reflecting aspect. Let go and find the middle ground. Know that what is true today might not always be true tomorrow. The ritual. You need tools: a bowl, a waterproof one, incense, matches, paper, pen, water, crystal, pink petrified wood. Never heard of pink petrified wood, but okay. Place the crystal and bowl of water before you, light the incense in a safe holder, find a comfortable seat and take a few deep breaths. Centering yourself, write down the two ideals on separate pieces of paper and place them in the bowl, one on top of the other. Imagine the two dissolving and becoming one inside the water. Envision a space opening up inside of you for those two ideals to exist together in harmony. Safely extinguish the incense before closing the ritual. Affirmations. I am not shaken by the unknown. I stand firm in the knowledge of who I am. I am comfortable standing in a paradox, as my beliefs do not constrain me. I am free to evaluate my beliefs. When new information presents itself, I choose my beliefs based on eternal truths that support my growth and nourish me in love. So that is card 28. And I think that's the end of my splurge of cards that have arrived through pre-orders, post orders, and new purchases. This Knight-Waite tarot is really cheap on Amazon. Denial with the King of Pentacles. Here we have Chaos with the Nine of Swords. I think this one might have been £20. This one might have been £12. The Path of Horror Tarot was under £10. So not everything here was, you know, indie priced or overly expensive. So if you're looking for a nice collage deck, there's this one. It has that reminder. It also takes me back to the Stretch Tarot and a couple of the other decks I've had come in since then from Carrie Paris. Has that kind of feel to me. Maybe even the ones I don't have. So is it the Lion Tarot? Lionheart Tarot? Lioness Tarot that lots of people have? And then there's like some other ones, pink decks, which are very similar to this, which probably go very nicely with this oracle. Grief with the Three of Wands, Attachment and Cups. Right. Well, I did tell you I'd been on Splurge, and here's my haul. I couldn't think of any other way of doing this, so I think this is probably the better way of doing it, really. Anything here that you want to see a full walkthrough of, let me know. As I say, a couple of them are up, so the Tarot by Duck Soups, they are up. You can see those ones. The rest I don't think I've done, but I'm not sure if I will be doing it unless anyone specifically wants to see them, because I think it's just nicer to be able to talk about them a bit more, really, and working with them. My personal opinion. But yeah, which out of these would you be tempted with? Oh, sorry. My goodness. Forgive me. It just keeps zooming in. There we go. Oh, Izzy Wizzy, let's get busy. What was that program? Is it Rent-A-Ghost or something? Tinker's Dam. There we go. Until the next one, take care. Bye-bye.